It was so painful, so challenging. And I had to go through this process of waking up every day and I'm covered in like blisters and bandages and bruises and my ankle's swollen because I rolled it and I think I got a cold or something. And I would wake up and what I wanted to do was cry and quit and have someone help me. But I was alone. I didn't have a guide or a porter. So I didn't have anyone to give a shit if I was having a bad day or I needed help. And when you're on a mountain, you can't really quit. You have to go somewhere. Either you go up or you go down, but you have to go somewhere. You can't just like, I mean, I guess I could have just thrown my poles on the ground and moved into the mountains, but eventually you have to walk. So I guess I just decided to keep walking. And I remember waking up every day and looking at the destination I had to go to and looking at my map that said it was like 6 hours and I'd have to walk, 500 meters elevation and 20 kilometers or whatever. And I was like, it's impossible. I can't even walk 3 steps to my front door of this little hut. And so I'd put on the shoes and I'd get out of bed and I went and complain inside my head. And then I'd take a couple steps and I'd catch my breath. And then I take a couple more steps and I catch my breath. And I just do this until you get over yourself. And somehow I managed to walk 20 kilometers. And it's like the impact of that embodied experience of the things I swore were impossible for me when I didn't have a way out, when I was forced to just get over myself and buckle up and do it. I can do so much more than I think is possible for me. When I don't have a safety net or I don't have some out, I can accomplish incredible things. And I just realized the power I have on my own 2 feet and also how much I love trekking and the outdoors. And that was that experience that I'll carry with me forever. It was also an experience of really remembering how much I loved travel and adventure. And then in Paradox, being in the glass box of my law firm, like a week later in the downtown DC, and it just hitting me that I was not in the right place.
So like that's pretty hectic on like so much pain and everything, that you're going through, walking 3 steps and then having to get out of your head to be able to walk. What was the actual motivation for you to actually go walk 20 kilometers when you've got blisters, is like you're in pain?
Well, what other choice do you have? What are you going to do? We're all motivated when there's no other options. We really dampen our motivation when we think that there's all these other options for us. There's someone else that can help us out. Like, we know so many stories, especially being in Bali, we know so many stories of people that couldn't quite get their business together until they were in the last pennies of their bank account. Motivation isn't really a great thing to rely on because as long as we have outs, then it dampens our motivation. When you don't have any other options, you are fucking motivated. You don't have a choice. You don't have time to entertain all the other alternatives of what you can do. You just make a decision and you do it and you realize it's not that bad. I mean, the pain isn't that bad. It's blisters, swollen ankle, you're fine. Mm-hmm. But our motivation, we manufacture that and we really, really cloud it, I think, oftentimes when we have too many outs, when we have too many safety nets. We don't have a fire under our asses to get shit done. We've seen that with people here too. I know I've experienced that where like, I just couldn't get it together. I just couldn't market my business. I just couldn't launch the course. I just couldn't do that until I was really at my last weeks.
So if someone has got shit going, right? They're good. They're like, and do you mean like motivation isn't really key, right? You have that last step and whatever. And then so that can propel someone into the next journey, really then take off, right?